Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, July 3, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Cincinnati Reds vs Atlanta Braves. Our team pick is Atlanta for the win. And here is why. Atlanta got off to a well-documented poor start to the season, going 23-27 through its first 50 games. The Braves responded with a 14-game winning streak in June and have been playing winning baseball since then. They took 3 out of 4 against San Francisco and added 2 out of 3 against Philadelphia earlier this week. Atlanta got off to a nice start in this series, picking up a 9-1 win. The Braves have continued to chop away at New York's lead in the National League East, trailing the Mets by 3.5 games atop the standings. They are 2.5 games ahead of San Francisco for the final NL wild-card spot. Cincinnati got off to a historically bad start this season, going 3-22 through their first 25 games. The Reds were able to play above .500 baseball over the following month, but they have fallen back to their losing ways since then. They have now lost 11 of their last 14 games, with 2 of those wins coming at San Francisco last weekend. Cincinnati has followed that series with a 3-game losing streak heading into Saturday's contest. The Reds are in last place in the NL Central, trailing Milwaukee by 17.5 games. They have the worst record in the NL and the second worst record in the majors. This is not going to be a cheap price to back Atlanta at, but I really don't see any other option with this game. These teams are trending in completely different directions right now, with Atlanta continuing to close in on New York in the NL East and Cincinnati heading towards the worst record in the majors. The Braves have been excellent on the road, winning 12 of their last 15 games. Meanwhile, Cincinnati was on a 9-game home losing skid heading into Saturday's contest. This story was published before that game. Morton is coming off a strong month of June and is backed by the better offense, so I trust the Braves to win by multiple runs. Our total pick is over 9. And here is why. Looking at the offenses in their previous 6 games, they have the ability to score runs in this game, as Atlanta is averaging 4.83 runs per game, while Cincinnati is scoring 4.5 runs per game so far. These teams have shown some power as the Braves are second in the majors with 119 homers, while the Reds are tied for 21st with 77 home runs as a whole. The pitching hasn't been great lately either, as the Braves are 16th in the last 15 days with a 4.18 team ERA, while the Reds are last with a horrific 7.26 team ERA in that stretch. Cleveland Guardians vs New York Yankees. Our team pick is Cleveland Guardians for the win. And here is why. Jordan Montgomery will make his 16th start of the season. Montgomery was walloped in his latest outing, squandering 5 runs in 6.2 innings against the Athletics and was lucky to escape with a no decision. The veteran southpaw hasn't been sharp in 2 straight outings, but overall has been a reliable pitcher, registering a 3.27 ERA and a 1.02 WHIP, accompanied by a 3-1 record in 85.1 innings pitched on the season. Montgomery hasn't fared well against the Guardians, conceding 8 runs in 13.2 innings of work. The Guardians will have Triston McKenzie take the mound for the 15th time of the year. McKenzie was clobbered in his latest effort, conceding 7 runs in 6 innings against the Twins and was tagged with another loss to fall to 4-7. The young right-hander had a horrible month of June and his ERA has dropped to 4.03, along with a 1.05 WHIP in 80.1 innings of work. McKenzie allowed 3 runs in 4 innings in his only career action against the Yankees. Yankees starter Jordan Montgomery has hit a bump, surrendering 9 runs on 15 hits in his last 2 starts, spanning only 12.2 innings. This includes a start against an abysmal A's offense, in which he gave up 5 runs. Montgomery has not fared well against Cleveland in his career, allowing 8 runs in 13.2 innings. Furthermore, Guardians starter Triston McKenzie has been effective when pitching at home this season, conceding 2 or fewer runs in all but one of his starts at Progressive Field. Look for Cleveland to avoid the sweep in this one. Our total pick is over 8 runs. And here is why. New York starting pitcher Jordan Montgomery has been hit hard in each of the last 2 starts, allowing 9 runs on 15 hits across 12 innings. Cleveland starting pitcher Tristan McKenzie has been hit hard in each of the last 2 outings, allowing 13 runs on 17 hits across 10 innings, therefore the play here is over. The over has 6 of the last 8 New York has played in Cleveland and in 4 of the last 5 overall between the two. Minnesota Twins vs Baltimore Orioles. Our team pick is Baltimore Orioles plus 1.5 runs. And here is why. After putting together a 4-game winning streak, the Orioles have lost 5 of their last 6 games and 4 in a row. After dropping their last 2 games in the 9th inning, Baltimore is 17-27 on the road this season and overall last in the AL East, 23 games behind the Yankees. With 35 wins, Baltimore Does have a better record than any other last-place team in MLB. After dropping back-to-back games to the Guardians on walk-off home runs, the Twins have answered back with 2 straight walk-off wins of their own. Byron Buxton made the home fans happy with a game-winning 2-run shot on Friday. On Saturday, the Twins trailed 3-2 heading into the bottom of the 9th before Jorge Polanco tied the game with a home run. After 2 more Twins reached base, Jose Miranda drove in a game-winning single. The Orioles are last in the toughest division in baseball, but they are a better team than the perception. According to Covers.com, Baltimore is the 4th best team for sports bettors this season at plus $702, behind only the Yankees, Astros, and Mets. The Orioles were close to winning the first 2 games of this series and should keep this game within a run, if not win on Sunday. Tyler Wells has a 5-0 record and 1.97 ERA in his last 6 starts. Baltimore has also only suffered a loss by 2 runs or more 3 times out of their last 17 games. Take Baltimore on the run line. Our total pick is under the total, and here is why. Both starting pitchers have had strong starts of late. Minnesota starting pitcher Devin Smeltzer has allowed just 1 earned run over the last 2 outings, while Baltimore starting pitcher Tyler Wells has allowed 1 earned run or less in each of the last 3 starts. The total has finished under in 6 of Baltimore's last 8 games played on the road and in 9 of the Orioles' last 11 overall. The total has also finished under in 4 of Minnesota's last 5. Houston Astros vs Los Angeles Angels. Our team pick is Los Angeles Angels plus 1.5 runs. And here is why. After starting the season 27-17, Los Angeles suffered a 14-game winning streak and has struggled to maintain positive momentum ever since. Even since the losing streak ended, the Angels are just 10-12 in their last 22 games and have dropped 3 of their last 4. The Angels are 16-20 on the road this season and overall 4th in the AL West, 14.5 games behind the Astros. The Astros have the 2nd best record in baseball and come into Sunday on a 5-game winning streak. Houston is 23-11 at home and holds a commanding 12.5 game lead in the AL West over 2nd place Texas. Houston has outscored Los Angeles 17-2 in the first 2 games of this series. Houston's top slugger, Yordan Alvarez, .311 AVG, 23 HR, 56 RBI, returned to the lineup on Saturday after missing 2 games following a collision on the field in Wednesday's victory over the Mets. Houston got plenty of contributions from the rest of the order to win 9-1, despite Alvarez going hitless Saturday. Martin Maldonado hit 2 home runs, and Jose Altuve and Kyle Tucker also went deep. The Astros collected 12 hits for the game and led 5-0 after 2 innings. The Astros dominated the first 2 games of this series, but I expect to see a fight from Los Angeles on Sunday. Valdez was tagged for 6 runs in 4 1/3 innings when he faced the Angels at home on April 19, which was by far his worst start of the season. Overall, there's not too much bad to say about the Astros, but they won't blow out the Angels every time they play this season. Houston has won its last 6 home games, with 4 of the wins coming by 2 runs or more. I will take the Angels to at least keep this game close, given their past success against Valdez. Our total pick is under 8 runs. And here is why. The total finishes under in more games for Houston than any other team in Major League Baseball, at a rate of 65.8% or in 48 of Houston's first 76 games. The total has finished under in 13 of the Angels' last 18 games. Houston is 2nd in baseball in team ERA at 2.93. The total has also finished under in 19 of the last 31 games that Houston has played at home. Chicago Cubs vs Boston Red Sox. Our team pick is Cubs for the win, and here is why. The bullpen continues to be an issue for a Red Sox team right in the middle of the AL wild card race, and they missed out on a chance to beat the rebuilding Cubs on Friday after blowing a late lead. Jarren Duran got the scoring started quickly with a solo shot in the top of the first before Jackie Bradley Jr. cleared the bases on a double next inning, but the Cubs fought back to go up for good in the 6th. Rich Hill went 4.2 innings before leaving with a knee issue, allowing 3 runs on 3 hits and 4 walks, while striking out 3. Hansel Robles was charged with a blown save and a loss, allowing 3 runs on 2 hits and 3 walks, while getting just 2 outs. Duran finished with a multi-hit game while driving in a pair to pace the offense. A few exciting young players have helped the Cubs play a little better lately, and they were able to move into third place with an upset of the Red Sox on Friday. Chicago got on the board with a Nelson Velasquez triple in the bottom of the fifth before Christopher Morel added an RBI groundout and Rafael Ortega walked with the bases loaded later in the inning. Morel then launched a game-tying homer the next inning, and Wilson Contreras scored what ended up being the deciding run on a wild pitch. Adrian Sampson went 5.1 innings in a spot start, allowing 5 runs, 4 earned, on 8 hits and 1 walk, while striking out 4. Brandon Hughes earned his first career win with a scoreless inning of relief, while David Robertson was credited with his 10th save. Ian Happ had a 3-hit game including a pair of doubles. While the Red Sox are obviously the far better team, this is a nightmare pitching matchup for Boston, which continues to be very thin on depth with the injuries to the rotation. Thompson is enjoying a breakout season, and the Cubs' offense is capable enough to do damage against a spot starter. Offense has not been the problem for the Cubs, who are 13th with a 103 WRC+, with exciting young players like the rookie Morel providing a big spark. Seabold has really struggled in MLB action with 9 earned runs, including 4 homers allowed across 7.2 career innings, and he was hit hard earlier in the week in his 2022 debut. Thompson has flashed a lot of talent this season with a 79 ERA 95 FIP in his first full campaign, while striking out 23% of opposing batters. Back Chicago to pull off the upset with one of its few effective pitchers on the hill. Our total pick is over 9.5 runs. And here is why. Both teams have been carried by their lineups, and the upcoming game should reflect that with both teams driving in runs from the first pitch. The Cubs, who have scored 9 runs in the series, should drive in runs throughout the game with Wilson Contreras, Ian Happ, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact against Connor Seabold to plate base runners at will. The Red Sox, who average 4.79 runs per game, should run up a score with Rafael Devers, J.D. Martinez, Trevor Story, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and making contact at will against Keegan Thompson and the rest of the Cubs pitchers.